welcome to this Ivanti video where I'm going to show you how to choose the correct option when teaching unrecognized software in License Optimizer. During reconciliation, License Optimizer uses its rules engine to make the best use of the licenses you have by matching software found in your IT estate with items in the definitive software library. It then uses this information to match to a license. I've put a link in the description to a video that gives an overview of the concepts that are behind License Optimizer. Sometimes, however, when you import software data, License Optimizer cannot automatically identify a matching item in the definitive software library. In this case, you have to teach License Optimizer which item the software matches. Let's look at that process now. On the navigation bar, expand Tools, then click Software Teaching. You can see that for my Vantosi software data import, there are 4 unrecognized items. If I click the tile for Vantosi software, the Teach page for this data source appears. You can see the 4 unrecognized items in the column to the left. If there are many entries, you can use the filter at the top of the column to reduce the list. I'm going to teach Vantosi server items first, so I click the first of these in the list and it appears in the central column. Then, when I click the Lookup Matches button, License Optimizer searches for potential matches and shows them in the column to the right. The correct match for Vantosi Server 10.0 is a product called Server from the manufacturer Vantosi with the version of 10 that's at the top of the list, so we can click the Teaching Options icon alongside that. 3 buttons appear, and now we get to the main part of this video. Which option should I choose? The answer to this question depends on how many pieces of individual information about our discovered software we need to use to match it to an item in the definitive software library. Let me show you what I mean. Click the eye icon above the selected item in the middle column of the page. A dialog appears that shows 4 pieces of information about the discovered software: the manufacturer, the product name, the program name, and the version. The 2 we are interested in here are the program name and the version. Do we need both of these pieces of information to match the discovered item to an item in the definitive software library? In this first option, the answer is yes, we do. We can only identify our item of discovered software as Vantosi Server v10 using both the program name and the version that we have discovered. So we select Match Program and Version. Let's look at the second Vantosi server item in our list. Select it and click Look at Matches. Click the eye icon again. This time, notice that the program name is Vantosi Server v10. This in itself is sufficient to identify it as Vantosi Server v10. We don't need the extra information that it is version 10.0.40. This means that we can select the Match Program Any Version button. Now, whenever an item of software with the program name Vantosi Server v10 is discovered, it will automatically be matched to Vantosi Server v10, irrespective of the value in the version field. This is beneficial because typically licenses cover all minor releases of a software product, so you can use the same license for v10.0.40 and v10.0.50. So when in future you import Vantosi Server v10 with the version of 10.1.2 or whatever, it will automatically be matched to Vantosi Server v10. The remaining Vantosi server item in our list, Vantosi Server v11, doesn't appear in our list of possible matched items. It's not in our library. We could confirm this by looking in the software library page. I'll put a link to the help page that describes how to do that in the description. What we need to do now is to create a new version for Vantosi Server that we can match v11 to. Click the Teaching Options icon alongside Vantosi Server for a different version, then click Match Program to New Version to create a new version for this item. Type 11, then click the green confirmation button. Finally, let's look at Vantosi Reports version 10. When we click Lookup Matches for this, again, there's nothing suitable. This time, we need to create a new item in the definitive software library for the new product. At the top of the column on the right, click Create New from Selected. A dialog appears that enables us to create a new record in our local definitive software library for the new item based on the discovered values. We select whether or not it needs a license and then tidy up the DSL title. We don't need to repeat the vendor's name in this field or the version, so we delete those. License Optimizer warns us that we need a product title. Click the magnifying glass to search for a likely product. There isn't one, so click the plus icon to add this new product. When we are happy with the entry, we can click Commit to Customer DSL to save the new item to your local Dfinity software library, run recognition, and then match the selected record to the new DSL entry. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. Please subscribe to our channel to see more videos like this.